See, look at that. Look at that. Let's see. Yeah, Jeremy here. Welcome to the WampaDude Channel. And as you can see, it's hurricane hangover time. You know, it's fun in games, playing around with the skeleton in the wind, seeing if a chair will fall over. If you haven't seen that yet, I'll link the playlist up here. But this is an important video also. I'm at my grandfather's house, and if you watched the channel, you knew that I took my grandfather to Vegas last year and filmed the whole thing. I really wanted to preserve him being there and what he does and what's important to him and filming his story. And we lost him this spring. It's been a hard process, and I'll tell you what, this channel, even though it went off the topic, it went off of what I intended to relaunch it with, which is, you know, building a second Wampa, teach you all how to stilt walk and do a stilt walking neutral costume rig. That's the plan. I've just, everything has been upended. I've been dealing with estate properties all through last year, with losing my father and my father-in-law. And now I'm dealing with estate properties with my grandfather. And now we're dealing with the entire house getting flooded with the hurricane. I'll walk through in just a little bit. I'll show you some of the water lines. Maderia Beach is in really, really, really bad shape. I rode my bike up here because you can only ride your bike or walk into the neighborhoods. There's no bike access because it's still too dangerous. People are coming in by boat, people are coming in walking with wagons, people are riding the bike like myself. I had the 360 camera going for that, so I'll show you some of the footage there. But yeah, let's walk around. Let's see what we have to clean up. And the inside's in pretty bad shape. The storm surge came in and pushed a lot of the stuff all around the house. Now, the house is, for the most part, all the valuables were taken out. But my uncle was using this place as storage for his flea market items, which is a lot of CDs, a lot of books, a lot of DVDs. And so you'll see stuff all over the floors. This is heartbreaking. This is my hometown. This is the house that I grew up in. This house on the beach, this city of Maderia Beach this is my formidable years. I would go down here every Sunday and go to church by the sea. I would come down here to my grandparents and spend the summers. I would go up with them up to Connecticut and spend the summers. I got to travel all across this country with them on one big giant trip, zigzagging across the country in a conversion van. So this house to me is very important. And I know this chapter's over. He's not here. We're going to have to sell the house. But, you know, when you get flooded like this, suddenly a house that you thought had value and rarity in such a good neighborhood of where it is, where houses are in demand, it's suddenly not going to be in demand. There's going to be many of these houses that have been destroyed by the storm surge and go up on the market. It's going to scare people away. And that's what I'm worried about. This barrier islands in Pinellas County, there's a lot of people that are snowbirds that aren't here right now, so their property is still running. Hopefully their power's out. When power comes back on, their houses don't catch on fire. That's a chance. Apparently water's running south of here. There's boil water. So I'm sorry, I'm panning back and forth. I'm just looking at all the boats, all the houses, everything on this canal looks good. It's kind of crazy, but riding my bike in here, it's horrendous. It's saddening, it's sickening to see so much destruction, so much of people's lives being washed away. You know, I've dealt with storm surge before when we lost a vehicle when I was a kid, when my family was camping and, you know, the van that they were in, everybody had to get up to the top of the van with a sudden storm surge. But I haven't seen it on this level before. I've seen this neighborhood flood, but not at this level. So yeah, let's walk around. Let's start with bike. Let's start with bike right in.
And then head back and then sneak your way.
All right,
Good
thank
luck.
you. Oh, I know it's bad already. All those belongings just sitting by the side of the road. Uh, there's going to come be a point when we have to do the same thing here. We have to find out when the pickup is. And, you know, I work. The rest of the family right now is in the Crystal River, you know, dealing with another property up there that got flooded. That's what happens when you live in Florida and with hurricanes. You're constantly thinking, oh, it's going to pass over us. I'm going to hunker down. I'm going to ride it out. That's one thing I want to talk about is the terminology hunker down, ride it out. You know, you tell somebody to hunker down. You tell somebody to stay safe. You tell somebody to, that's what the news tells everybody. Oh, let's go down there and hunker down. That's what happens when you are safe in a storm. Whereas the term ride it out, that's a very common Florida term, and probably with a lot of storms. We ride out a lot of hurricanes, a lot of tropical storms because it's not to this level. We get winds or we get rain, and we get some flooding in the streets, or we get, you know, areas like Gulfport that flood. We get parts of St. Pete, but you know, when the entire beaches get completely wiped out by by storm surge, it's pretty bad. Um, I wrote it out. My friends one street over wrote it out. They're stuck over there with no power. I hear generators running everywhere up here. It is, I mean, you know, I got two other family houses that are still out of power in Seminole. Uh, they're both still out of power and running off generators, you know. And when you have the houses out here, if you're running generators, you better have enough fuel, or you know, some of these houses, they haven't prepared for more than 1 day of the generator. Um, they're having to get fuel coming in by all means, by boats, by jet ski, people walking it in with wagons. So, oh yeah, so let's look around the house. Oh. So this is where I think the water came in over through the window and settled behind this door. Either that or it came in through the bottom of the door and settled here and eventually would flow out. Water lines here, water line, water line. The floor is starting to buckle. There's still some spots with standing water. There's sand right there. See, look at that, look at that. The sand. Yeah. So this stuff is all gone. This whole couch was underwater. That goes right there, and then right here, we go up the step. There's still standing water here. All of these boxes are soaked. So now we're looking at about shin deep of water. All of this is Herbie's, my uncle's flea market and resale. So lots and lots and lots of lost income there. Kitchen, yeah, see, we're in the middle of slowly working on getting this house ready to sell and be an estate. These are solid wood. I don't know if those will still be good. Here's the water line in the front bedroom. Again, about shin deep. We go back of the room. Water's about shin deep. This door's starting to peel up. I don't know if that was the thing before or because of this. This door back here is starting to peel up also. Pocket doors don't seem to be the case. There we go. About and shin deep in the bathrooms. All that stuff is still wet in there. Oh, cockroach in toilet. Go to the back rooms. Oh, here we go. Here's the linoleum on the kitchen floor starting to come up. So here we are in the back rooms. And up to the shin in there. We got a water line in here. Yeah, right there. And we finally fixed the toilet paper. That's on the outside now. Good. So this is the one carpeted room here. Carpet is wet. All these old vintage paintings and vintage prints all went underwater. There's awesome cedar cabinet underwater. these paintings here underwater. And if I remember right, there was one of these. One of these here. George Washington. I forgot where that. Those are all the sailboats. World War II paintings. How do you see that? See that water line? That's the water line on all the paintings. All the paintings back here. Paintings might be good. I don't know. That mattress is probably going to be the cause of most of the smell in here. Probably soaked up all the water. There's the office. More books. More CDs. Safe. Trophies are safe. Trophies are safe. Computer's gone. Printer's probably still good. Oh, here we go. These are 2 World War II. Oh no, World War One. These safe? These are safe. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Let me get a shot of these. Service. These are still safe. Oh my God. I'm so glad these are safe. This. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna put these back where they were. Sorry about the camera angle. Alright, those are good. Those are safe. Not so much there. Let's go to the garage. More books, more CDs, more supplies in the Camaro. Let's go to wide view here. Camaro was down here because of the, this never gets flooded, so it got left down here, but as you can see, that's our water line on the Camaro. And everything still looks good in here, but carpets are wet. It's hard to see in here because it's dark. You got no light. But I am going to keep these doors open so it airs out some. I don't think anybody can do anything to the Camaro if it ain't gonna start. It's not like they can steal it. If somebody comes in here, what are they gonna do? Trip over books? Trip over CDs? Down the side. Went ahead and washed all this off. Fresh water. Down the side, and we go back. So the front of the house, it doesn't look so bad. You can see houses across the way is starting to pull the trash. But on the front here, we do have a water line out here. So on the outside of the house, about knee high. And that's for me. I'm 5'4", 5'5". You can see the water line here inside. Brick is still wet, but there is a water line along the front porch. So let's head back to the back porch. All right, here we go. There's Lots of dirt, lots of sand. See, that's starting to. All right, here we go. Yeah, not a lot of fun. I wore the shirt on purpose because this picture inspires me. This picture is, a dock in the Bay Area, I believe. Andy loved this area. Andy died just down the street from here. He was part of this community, and I wanted to wear Randy with me, sitting on Intercoastal, staring at the water, because that's how I was raised. I love this water. I love this area. I kept this whole year, I didn't like the idea of me not having a reason to come down here, me not having a house to come visit, not having family here. That's the family tie that's severed to a city, that you were raised in. What do you do when you no longer have a reason to come to a city? That's something that I'm having to come to terms with. That's why I rode my bike down to this house, because I wanted to document for myself, for my family that's not here, for insurance, and for liability in case anybody gets in here. There's lots of reasons to document. There's lots of reasons to invest in a good camera that can catch every inch of damage and destruction and sadness and loss. That's what's here. It's not the happy-go-lucky WampaDude video I wanted to produce. I was having fun with that, with a skeleton running around in the wind, watching it not get knocked over. But this is the other side of me, that's deeply emotional, that has been dealing with a lot of loss, dealing with estate properties in New York and in Upper Florida, and now I got another estate property I'm worried about that just got flooded in Maderia Beach, and it's heartbreaking for me. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. Find your local charities. Find a charity that helps somebody that has lost everything, because there's lots of people down here that have lost absolutely everything. There's houses where the entire house full of furniture is sitting on the front lawn, completely soaked, completely ruined. There's cars that have been flooded. There's, it's one thing to say, oh, it's a little bit of an affluent neighborhood with boats on the Intercoastal, but, not everybody down here is affluent. A lot of them are retirees on a fixed income. But I don't want to get rid of this property, but I know I have to. And I know now that there's nothing to keep. There's nothing here to keep anymore. Everything's gone. What little is left here is gone. The car, the house, the floors, the items in there. And if you saw all the shutters not put up because, the storm was 40 miles out. Yeah, there'll be storm surge, but, not to this point. We usually get storm surge up to the door, right here to the doorstep, or maybe up a little bit of the wall, but not that far, not in the house like this one. This one's bad. So, think about somebody tonight. Think about somebody in need. Look up charities to help. Come out, hand out water. I've seen a lot of people handing out water, which is an absolute godsend down here. What am I doing next? I'm going to a house next door down the street to help move a fridge that is falling over because of floodwaters. And I'm going to do my part. I hope you guys do yours. We'll do something fun next time. I had fun talking to the skeleton. I'll tell you what, he now talks. That's dangerous. I have a sidekick. So with that, go big. Enjoy. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I'll be back.